The old hospital had no name. Locals called it simply Cham, as if it were still functioning. But the gates were rusted shut, and the outer wall bore clawed graffiti in black soot. Kai bong vẫn còn nằm trong phim. The shadow still sleeps inside the film. Tung had never believed in ghosts. As a radiology intern, he was assigned to catalog old film reels at the Central Archive, an underground repository beneath several demolished wings of the former Than Lam Hospital. It was supposed to be routine: scan, digitize, discard. But what he found that week didn't belong in any archive. The door to the radiology room Bifong Chiu Bi had been sealed, concrete poured over it, yet behind the bricks he found it. With his mentor's old keys and the help of a crowbar, he broke through. Inside, everything was untouched. A single X-ray table, cabinets full of ancient film sheets, an old Philips machine still humming faintly, though the power had been cut for decades. The air inside was sterile, cold, too clean. He pulled out the first film tray and held it to the light. It was a chest X-ray. But something was wrong. The bones were screaming. Not literally, of course, but the ribs were arched back unnaturally, as if the person had been frozen mid-scream. The spinal column was twisted, the jaw unhinged. He scanned the patient code, TLB25. No medical records, no photo, just one handwritten note on the film sleeve. Handa Thaimin. More films followed. Patient B26 had no eyes, but the sockets in the image weren't empty. They stared back. B27 was just a shadow, a silhouette without anatomy, yet visibly humanoid. And the final reel, B28, was blank, except when exposed to light. Then something appeared, like fingers pressed against the film from the inside. He brought the film to his mentor, Dr. Fong, but the old man froze upon seeing the label. "You went into room B?" Tung nodded. Dr. Fong paled. "I worked that wing in '89. That machine, it was a prototype. It didn't just capture structure. It recorded presence, emotion, memory. That's impossible. You scanned the reels?" "Yes." The old man's face fell. "Then it's already started." That night, the power in Tung's dorm flickered. His computer, even when unplugged, powered on by itself. The screen showed static, then an X-ray image, his own chest, taken today. But the bones were bending. He checked the mirror. Nothing unusual, but when he looked back at the monitor, his reflection was smiling. And he wasn't. He destroyed the hard drive, burned the original films, or so he thought. The next day, room B was open again. A new film reel sat on the table, marked in fresh ink. B29, Tung Nguyen. He hadn't taken it. The reel was warm, almost pulsing. He slid it into the scanner. The screen displayed his own silhouette, but not as it was now. The spine twisted, head cocked at an impossible angle. Behind him, another figure, taller, thinner, no bones, just shadow, reaching forward. Then the scanner shorted. Sparks flew. Smoke filled the room. He ran. But the moment he stepped out, he wasn't in the hallway. He was back inside room B. Again. Door locked. Lights humming. Another film tray had appeared. B30. Still warm. This one showed nothing, until he breathed on it. Then letters formed on the film. Kung Fai I Kung Chipduk. Not everyone who is captured can be seen. And beneath it, another image slowly emerged. His face. Mouth open. Eyes rolled back. Dead. He turned to run but tripped. Fell onto the X-ray table. The old machine whirred to life by itself. Arms clicking into position. "Recording," said a voice, one he recognized as his own, distorted and hollow. The lights dimmed. The last thing he saw was the silhouette above him, leaning close. Its hand reached for the panel. Pressed the exposure button. Flash. Days later, the archive team filed a complaint. One of their interns had gone missing. All that remained was a single, undeveloped reel labeled B31. When processed, it showed only the X-ray table. Empty. But every time someone looks at it for too long, they swear the shadows begin to shift, and something starts to form in the light.